Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Cities Skylines II in the city of Edgewood, where we're learning how to play the game despite itself. And I've been playing a lot of Timberborn, so I'm going to do all the wrong controls. It's just, whoa, that's a cloud. There we go. That's the ground. So we're going to make changes here because I screwed up. I don't know why this didn't dawn on me that this is the main maintenance building and these are the rails that come out of it. I mean, it functions. Clearly it functions because we have trains coming out, but it's backwards. It needs to change. So this is an easy fix, though. All we need to do is have snapping to the edge of the building over here. First of all, I do want to make sure. Okay, so that adds extra tracks there. But if I do this, yes, okay, that's still going to allow me room for the extra tracks. So we should, excuse me, we should just be able to come out here and add in a road. And if my voice cracks and I cough and I clear my throat now and then, I do apologize. I have been under the weather now for, gosh, over a week. It's not. It makes me make not pretty noises. I also realized I never remembered to reconnect those two power pylons. So we're gonna get rid of all the tracking that we built because it's just wrong now. Okay, I can only go to there because it ends there, and that makes sense. But yeah, all the tracking is just in the wrong spot. Tracking, is that what you call it when you have railroad tracks? I don't know. That's what I'm calling it though. We're going to get rid of all that, and then we're going to spin the building around and then redo the tracks, and we're going to probably go ahead and add in the second rail for that. So we're just going to get that to flip right over, right where it is. I'm happy with how far back it is, but I just want these tracks to come out where they should. So what we now have is what would be the rail yard's main line through here. And then these are all things that would connect to it. So that is the one we want to connect off of. And that is what we're going to fix right now. I'm going to bring that down a pretty good length here. And then we'll make a curve to connect, which shouldn't be too hard, but I always think that. And then it's harder than I thought. So if we bring this down with our complex curve all the way to where we want this curve to begin, and then tell it that we're going this way, and then let's do things, and then have that come in. Does it matter like which side I tell it to snap to? I guess not, because either way it's making a connection here. So yeah, I just want that to be pretty far back. That makes a jank there. But I'm not going to get overly picky about it. And then we want to do the same thing going this direction. And it's easy to tell where to do it because you can see that the white line starts turning. So we want to do the same thing here. Come off at a 180. Click. And then bring that in just over here. And that gets that connected, though we do have a bit of tearing here. Why is it? That's because I'm going to the top of the screen and I have edge going on. That's why. We can fix this. Let's bring our brush size down. And just back this off a little bit. Oh my gosh, my voice is squeaking so much. It's so embarrassing. And then somehow we managed to do some cut and fill right there. That's neat. And then just smooth this out right here. There we go. And I think I'll leave that bit of cut and fill in. So that's still kind of ugly. Why is that like that? That's kind of nasty looking. Let's see if we can't make that a little bit better. That little bit, a little bit better. God, things that come out of my face hole sometimes. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to clean this up, but doesn't mean I'm not going to try. So let's just do continuous mode here. And see if I can't get a good connection. Yeah, it's still pretty ugly, and I think the main reason is the train difference. So let's back that off a little bit, and then let's grade this out a little bit more. So let's have our connection come in right here. This is a nice big flat spot. I'm just gonna make a big honking flat spot, and then we're gonna go to there and slope our way up to it. Let's see if we can't make this a little bit better. You know, not so ugly, because it was pretty ugly. And then I want to bring that in like that. It's still, you know what? When zoomed out to here, it looks fine. So we just won't look at the railroad tracks very close, okay? Does that work for you guys? It works for me. Just clean this up a little bit. And cool. Now we need to reestablish all of these connections as well. Plus, this road does not need to come down here nearly as far, but we do have a bus stop. Can I move these? Oh my gosh, I can. Will it bring the stop with it? Like the route? Ooh, hello. About to find out. Oh my gosh, it does. Okay, that's pretty clever. That's well done. I approve. So cool. What we can do now is back this road off, though you would think there might be like a service road here. So maybe instead of doing that, we bring the road down in size right here. Let's turn all of our snapping off here. Let's see if I can't get this lined up. But we've got this driveway over here. This might get a little upset. We'll see. Nah, it's happy, and I like the way that comes together right there. And then what we'll do is just bring this down. Oh, okay. It does not. There we go. So it does not want to snap to that at all. Let's turn off our guidelines. I just want a 180. Thank you. We're just going to bring this down to... Oh, it does not want to give me 180. Right about there. And then if I can get away with it, but I probably can't, because it's going to overlap that. Yeah. So we could do a roundabout for the buses to turn around. Because right now our bus stop is... where? There. I would really like to have a turnaround for the buses. Instead of just having them loop down to there. So what I might do is just move the bus stop. Okay, so where is it? I don't see it. Like, it says it's there. I don't see the sign. It totally says there's a bus stop. No, it doesn't say there's a bus stop there. I see now. There's just a waypoint there. Yep. So it completely eliminated the stop. That's fine. What we can probably do is grab that, put it... Come on. There we go. And now the buses are coming back from over here. Granted, they still have to turn around down here, but... that's where, let's get these tracks connected first, and then we'll see about getting a roundabout or something in for the buses. So I want to turn all my snap twos off, and don't worry, I haven't forgot about that guy. So I think what I would want to do is bring this one out. So this goes out basically 800, so let's go half of that, just to give some space here. I don't know the first thing about rail, so I don't know if this is right or not. And then do these at about 200. And then we're going to mirror that over here. Come out 400. And then 200. Where are these trains coming from? Must have been the trains that were active before. Yeah, probably. So then I want to bring this out half of that, roughly, and then over, and then just drag it out right up to where it says curve too tight, and then back off like 2. And that makes a pretty good connection. And then the same thing, 100, and then just come pretty much straight over it, click, and then bring that over, and then curve too tight, and then back off 1 and 2. And it looks pretty good if you ask me. And then we want to do about the same thing here. Just come about 100, probably fine. Where's this coming off of, though? It says it's coming off of, like, back there. Like, I don't believe that's 100 meters, but I'm going to trust it. And then there, and then over to, let's just go, I'm trying to see. So it's 186 meters total, and that looks pretty good. So I can live with that. And then try to replicate that on this side. So come over. Yeah, see, it's definitely not at the same spot. So let's just try to eyeball it here and hope that we can get this invalid shape. Okay. Yeah, apparently I am making invalid shapes. And then try to get this roughly the same. It's not exact, but I can live with it. And granted, that is closer on this side than on that side, so it'll be all right. All right, cool. So I want to come in here and go ahead and add in that second track. Ooh, and the game really, really liked that idea. So for this, I don't have a lot of space down here anymore, do I? Holy cow. I didn't realize I was already running out of room. For this, I want to double track eventually. So we're going to go like, that's still doing that curve. We're going to go like here. And then we're going to go like here. But then we are going to make this double tracked. And I want to try to line this up right. That's not there, like that roughly. I don't know how far back I really want to go with this. So I'm going to take this out and then come back in with a single track and actually figure out where this is going to connect here. So about there. So this needs to go back down to single track here. There, that looks pretty okay-ish. Perfectly acceptable anyway. So now I just need to get this to connect into there. Man, that's a long way off. But I also need to make a connection so that... Oof, how am I going to do all this? I basically need to make 2 connections here. One for the trains coming out of the train yard to be able to just loop into here. So maybe we should try to do that one first. Let's back that off. And I do want that to be a double track. And then we're going to use just our regular curve tool here. And see what we can do. Question mark? I would like guidelines, but I think that might be too far away for it to give me a guideline. It is. Yikes. Okay, so that's about there, I think. Yeah, that works. All right, so this is a mess, I think. But it's my mess, and I'm terrible at rail, so... All right, cool. That gets that established so trains can get in. But now how do I get this down to here? Maybe I shouldn't have made all of this so long. Yeah, I think that's the case. Let me fix this real quick, and then we'll pick up. So I'm not the happiest with this curve here. I don't even know if they'll be able to use it. Oh, they can. There, it works. Nothing derailed. So all's well that ends well. And then I just split the two lines. So one's on that side, one's on that side. And you can see here they have to wait. But then he can go in, and the blue and should have enough room to get in there and not have any major issues. I thought this was... It is a 4-lane. Why? It's because it's such a short... And that could probably move that way and do really well. That's the first time I've had traffic problems out here. Oh, thank you, game, for reminding me. I almost forgot again. Power lines. I need to get those reestablished. So let's just run right next to the railroad. Like that. They don't have to be perfect. They just need to get the job done. There we go. Cool. So, what is next? First, I want to watch and see what this traffic does. Is this actually exporting things now? Like, there hasn't been an update since last week's video. I've been waiting, hoping that this second week of the year that I'm recording this during, that they would have thrown out some sort of update, but nope. So we're still waiting. Is it because I changed this street that they're not coming down here anymore? Or is this just always where they turned? This just may be where they always turned. I'm going to give this just a second and see if this clears up. We may need to scooch this on down. Or bring in like a one-way system so that they come in over here and exit over here. That might be the solution, honestly, and have them loop through there. Yeah, that'd probably be a good solution. But I'm just going to watch it for a minute. It looks like it's already fixing itself, but I want to be sure. I'm going to give it a few minutes. Yeah, we're looking fine. Aside from the fact I can hear my graphics card fan. Oh, as I say that, it goes back down. Is it because I was paused? Oh, it's because I was running at high speed. Interesting. I'm just watching the temperatures go up and down. Anyway, so out here, I want to have room so that when we get some of these other signature buildings, there's space out here for them. But I also think that this would be, it's a remote area. We're going to have a bit of a town over here in this space to kind of supply the employees to all of this, plus what we're going to build over here. And I was thinking that this would be a nice area for maybe relocating our utilities and maybe even expanding and making even more money. I mean, the city's making bank. Absolute bank. I mean, we've got $121 million sitting in our bank account. But one of the things I want to add is a prison, which I think we have unlocked, yeah? Yeah, the only thing is, it really only impacts the crime rate within an 800-meter radius of where it is. And I was thinking about putting it kind of like here. So where would that take us even? Like 800 meters is that. So if it sits there, it's not really going to do much for us as far as the crime rate. It'd just be a place to put prisoners. Kind of like a regional, probably state prison. It's not really going to make a big difference for the crime rate, but it will give a place to put the prisoners, I suppose. So what I want to do is figure out how far back this way we came, just roughly about 330 meters. So I want to do that over here. Bring this back about the same. It doesn't have to be exact. So that's fine right there. And then just want to kind of mirror what we have going on up here, roughly. Again, not going for perfection, just close. So about there. I guess if I really wanted to try to get up, even though I know I'm not going to be zoning anything out here, that drives me insane. There, okay. So the road looks like it curves right about... Where does that curve start? right there. So let's bring this off straight like that. And this is just going to be a guideline for how far out to bring this. That's not going to stay there. Because what we're going to have is this be a connection back here. So that did a thing. So let's put that there and then get rid of that. And then use that little guy as my guide for where to stop. Cool. And then I should just be able to do simple curve here with my guidelines on and bring that in. So if we come out here, I should get a guideline. Yeah, there it is. So keep that at the 180 over there, and over here, bring that over. And again, it's not exactly what's happening over there, but it's good enough. And then in this area, I want to do a couple of things. One is see if we can't improve the mail service with a post-sorting facility. I have no idea how these things even work in Cities Skylines II. I'm going to assume they're going to make way too much traffic, just like they did in Cities Skylines I. I do know that it gets an extension building that's a fairly decent-sized building. So what I'm thinking is we'll have this kind of backing up to the highway, but then give it its own little road out here. So I want to see where that needs to go. So it looks like right there would get that covered. Oops, I'm still in curve mode, but it looks like I got away with one. Myrtle Lane. Uh-oh. And then boop that dude right in there, and then bring this straight down here. I need to turn off this curve mode, so I have to click 19 times to get this built. There we go. Cool. And then this has some upgrades. A mail storage extension. Yeah, we've left enough room. Cool. That gets put in place. And then that is just automated sorting. This is extra loading ramps, so it has more trucks. I have no idea what that's going to do for us. I'm going to assume good things. But then I want to build our prison. And I want it to... Let's leave a little space here. So that'll come out to about there. So let's get the prison in right about here. And again, we're not doing it to try to get its crime perk. We're just putting it in, like I said, as a place to have room for prisoners. So we're going to go right there with that. And then we're going to do kind of the same thing here. We're going to bring this road up to right. Yeah, it works. There, and then to right there, and then to right there. And I'm just going to live with the imperfection that is those streets. So what are our upgrades here? Because I think I want to go ahead and get them. We don't need to increase the number. I mean, it holds 500, and citywide, we have none in prison, but we have 57 who have been sentenced to prison. So I'm assuming now that we've built this, yeah, trucks are going to go out and pick them up. But it does come with a prison library and recreation center, which improves their well-being, which I think is going to make them less likely to commit more crimes when they get out of prison. I don't know if that's true or not. But we do have the city policy for pre-release program. So hopefully with the pre-release program and the library and everything, they'll be less likely to do the crimes again. So I just want to see, prison van is heading to the police station over there. So I just kind of want to follow it. And I hate that when you lock a building, you got to remember to click that before you can use mouse scrolling to get back where you were. I know I could use Wasad. I prefer mouse scrolling. It's just kind of what I'm used to. Where's the prison? Here's the prison. I just want to follow one of these vans real quick and see what it picks up. And we'll jump cut to when they have arrived. So we're just a few blocks away as we try to run over some pedestrians. Mainly I just want to see, do they actually pick anybody up? Is this working? Or is this something else that's, whoa, that yellow truck just phased through the other truck. Okay. Yeah, to see if this is actually working or if this is something that's broken too. And I just realized we have a lot of parking on that hill. I hope they have really, really good emergency brakes. Oh, I thought we were almost there. That's a much steeper hill than I realized. Yeah, we need to eliminate this parking. This is a thing that's happening. It's for these industries that are out here. But I don't want this parking, so we are definitely going to get rid of it. Or we could make a district and just make them pay to park there. Oh yeah, I forgot I put a fire watch tower. You know what? This is a lovely little drive right here. Aside from all the abandoned dogs, that look like they're just waiting in the middle of the corner to attack you. Did you see that? Yeah, they were all there. So we're close. I know we're close. Yep, he's got his blinker on, or indicator for those of you overseas from the U.S. There we are. There's the police station just up ahead. Cool. So he pulls in. I just haven't seen this in action, and I'm curious to how it works. So is he actually going to pull in the garage? Yeah, cool. And it's now boarding, and does he actually pick anybody up? Yeah, cool. Picked up 2 prisoners. So it appears that it works. Good to know. So that's all I wanted to know. Cool. It works. I'm happy. So next thing's next. We have a couple different options of where we could go next. One, we could continue expanding this little town. Kind of out towards this side of the highway. The main reason this exists over here, though, is to go get the ore out of here, but that is some challenging terrain, and I have not yet decided how I want to tackle that, because it's going to do some weird things no matter what. We may just make it look like it's cut into the hill a little bit and then just leave it go, or we may just wind up doing a different location for ore, like maybe back here where it's a little, even that's a big hill. I said where it's so big, where there's no hill, but there is a hill. I wish these trees would growing, so I really want to get my additional forestry, but we're still waiting for these trees to finish filling in. So, have you actually done anything? Oh my gosh. How do we make the speed go faster? Mail is sorted more accurately. Increase sorting speed. Cool. Let's add that because... So... that bumped us up to 75,000 a month, but also increased that. And then our sorted mail is... yeah, these numbers confuse me greatly. So we got unsorted mail, 292,000. So that's represented there. Our sorting speed is in the red, so we're not sorting fast enough. Yeah, I don't know. And we increased that, but it also increased how much is coming in. So we're definitely not running as fast as we could, but this place costs 90 grand a month to run. I'm not really keen on adding another one. Surprisingly, no vehicles are in use, though. Is that just because they haven't sorted anything? I'm going to let this go for a minute and see if any trucks get dispatched or if anybody delivers here or what happens. Okay, so I think I've kind of figured out at least what triggers a truck. This went down from about 300,000 here to about 275. So I'm guessing that's roughly 25 tons because this truck, as soon as this hit 275, as soon as this switched to 275 here, this truck was spawned. And off he goes, and he's just heading right over there to the cargo train terminal, and then he should come right back. Like it says he's going to the cargo train terminal. So we should see that happen right here. He's going to go in, drop off, and then pull in, empty, and then come right back. But he's coming back with another 25 tons of mail. So is that going to jump this back up to 300,000? And the answer is yes. Okay. And then on our sorting speed, the best I can figure out is that our base is 75,000. And then if we add in 17%, that's not quite 88, I don't think. I did the calculation a minute ago. Let me try again. So 75 plus basically 17% is 87.75. So it'd be 87,750. So it's a little higher than what's reflected there, but maybe that's a little higher than 117 and it just rounds down or up. Who knows? But I'm pretty sure that's what it's telling me. So every time they sort 25,000 tons of mail, it dispatches a truck. And I don't, other than storing more mail, I don't really see what we can do to improve this thing. I don't see why we would need to store more mail right now since we're not full. And I don't see why we need to have more trucks go out since that one truck was the only thing that went in 4 or 5 minutes of waiting. I think the 5 trucks will be enough for now. So cool. That gets us a prison. That gets us our post-sorting facility. And that gets us a rail yard. And I think that gets us about as far as we're going to go today, mainly because my voice is really not wanting to cooperate. One thing I did want to look at, though, our unemployment is way, way down. And I kind of thought that would happen. We've got 66 jobs there. We've got 24 jobs there. I was really hoping to get our other oil production facility in, as well as maybe even look for a place for some more farms. But I think I know where we're going to do that. Sadly, my voice is just not going to have it today. But we are next time going to get over here to yank this oil out of the ground. Question is, how much is even left here? We may need to get this guy. I'm going to assume students can actually attend there. Let's find out. So geological research, maybe not, but it does increase. Wow, that costs a lot of money. It does increase graduation chance citywide, and it basically doubles the amount of oil there. Until there's a mod for unlimited oil and ore, we're going to need things like that. But yeah, we've added some expensive things, and neither of them really make any money. We're paying $260,000 a month for 16 people. Is that all that's in jail citywide now? Sentenced 18, so there's probably 2 that are in transit somewhere. There's some police cars there. There's police cars over there. I don't know if any of those are the vans or not. It's sending one out now, so I'm going to assume that's to go get number 19 there. So hopefully we'll see all of them wind up over here in this prison, not just sitting empty. So what is that? We've got 16 people and 66 employees. That's a pretty big ratio of guards to employees. I mean, even if only 16 of those people are guards, that's 1 guard for every prisoner. That's a bit excessive. But hey, you know what? It's a video game. So where do these go? To either side. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, before we wrap up today, I'd like to add a parking lot for the prison employees, and I'd like to just put it right out here. I'm gonna run that out a little too far, just because I don't remember how big the parking lot is. And then I'm hoping we can use this one, big one right here. And this could also be for families who are coming to visit their incarcerated loved ones, which is an important thing. Yeah, that fits nicely. I like that. Cool. So we will just then find the road we were using, which is this one, and we'll just bring that down to right there, and that will be sufficient. Awesome. I dig it. And I hope you do too. And, you know, the prison's not a very attractive building, but a very necessary building. And we're going to leave it here. So, until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.